are going to learn about compound interest. What is compound interest? Compound interest refers to the interest on a loan or deposit calculated based on both the initial principal and the accumulated interest from previous periods. It can also be thought as interest on interest and will make the sum grow at a faster rate than simple interest, which is calculated on the principal amount.
The compound interest formula is S equals to P, open bracket, 1 plus I, close bracket with the power of n. S is the compound amount, P is the principal, where the amount of money borrowed, deposited, or invested. I is the interest rate per period, which is K over M, where K is the nominal rate, and M is the number of times interest calculated in a year. N is M times T, where T is the term or length in years. There are also keywords for the number of times interest calculated, which is semi-annually, equivalent to 2, quarterly equivalent to 4, monthly equivalent to 12, every 2 months equivalent to 6, every 3 months equivalent to 4, every 4 months equivalent to 3, and every 6 months equivalent to 2.
Let's take a look at example question 1. Now, a specific amount of money invested at a quarterly compound interest rate of 5.4%. After 5 years, this investment will be worth Rm 11,768 and 40 cents. Number 1, find the original investment. Number 2, the bank has raised its interest to 7% compounded quarterly after the 5th year. Find the amount in the account at the end of 8 years. Number 3, determine the investment's total interest after 8 years. For this question, you need to extract all of the information stated in the question, which is I equals to K over M. K refers to the rate of interest, while M refers to the times of interest calculated. It means 0.054 over 4 and will be 0.0135. Next, N equals to M multiplied with T. T refers to the time. It becomes 4 times 5 equals to 20. S is the accumulated amount, which is Rm 11,768 ringgit and 40 cents. Now, you need to insert all of the information in the compound interest formula. The formula is S equals to P bracket 1 plus I with the power of N. On the left side, you need to put the total amount, which is 11,768 ringgit and 40 cents. While on the right side is P bracket 1 plus 0.0135 with the power of 20. To make things easier, you can move all the figures on the right side to the left side and do the same things on the left side. The question just wants P, so you need to move bracket 1 plus 0.0135 to the right side, and it needs to be divided with 11,768 and 40 cents. Then the answer will be 9,000. For this question, it stated that the bank has raised its interest to 7%. So, condition of I will be changed to 0.07 over 4 and equals to 0.0175. And for M, it will be 4 times 3 equals to 12. P remains the same amount. Then insert in the formula, it becomes 9,000 bracket 1 plus 0.0175 with the power of 12. The answer will be Rm 11,082 and 95 cents. To solve this question, you need to use the same amount from the question number 2. S equals to Rm 11,082 and 95 cents, while P is 9,000. For this question, total interest equals to S minus P. It becomes Rm 11,082 and 95 cents minus Rm 9,000. The answer will be Rm 2,082 and 95 cents.
Example question 2. A. Aisha made a deposit of 4,000 ringgit Malaysia into a bank account that earns interest at a rate of K% compounded semi-annually. Upon the completion of a 30-month period, the total accumulated value reached 4,750 ringgit Malaysia and 75 cents. Determine the value of the interest rate K. B. Prior to 2 years ago, Ali deposited 3,000 ringgit Malaysia into a savings account yielding 3% quarterly compounded interest. He intends to deposit X ringgit Malaysia into a savings account today. Determine the value of X if he expects to have 10,000 ringgit Malaysia in his account in 5 years. For this question, P is 4,000 ringgit Malaysia, I is K over 2 because it is compounded semi-annually, while N is 5, and the accumulated value is 4,750 ringgit Malaysia and 75 cents. Substitute all the information that we obtained from the question into the compound interest formula. Then, in order to find K, you must slowly bring everything that is on the right side to the left side step by step. Once you get the value of K, which is 0.070000411632, you must only take the 2 decimal places and multiply it with 100 to get the value interest rate of K, which is 7%. The solution for this question is quite long. First, the deposited amount or P is 3,000 ringgit Malaysia, I is 0.03 over 4 since it is compounded quarterly, while N is 8. Next, substitute all of it into the compound interest formula and solve it normally, where you will get the accumulated amount 3,184 ringgit Malaysia and 80 cents. The question then continue and say that Ali wants to deposit X ringgit Malaysia into his savings account today. We need to determine the value of X if he expects that in 5 years, his account will have 10,000 ringgit Malaysia. So, in order to find X, you must find the new deposited amount, where you need to total up the previous deposited amount with X. The new deposited amount will then be 3,184 ringgit Malaysia and 80 cents plus X. I remains the same, N is 20, while S is 10,000 ringgit Malaysia. Substitute all of it into the compound interest formula and solve it step by step. You must bring 10,000 to the left side and 3,184.40 plus X to the right side. Then, solve the side where there's no unknown. Once you've done it, you can just solve normally like a usual algebraic equation. So, X will be 5,427 ringgit Malaysia and 50 cents.
What is annuity? Annuity is a series of equal payments made usually at equal interval of time. In ordinary annuity certain, we will discuss an annuity certain for which payments are made at the end of each payment period.
Annuity has two formula, which is future value and present value. Future value is amount in which the current investment will grow or accumulated over time. Formula of future value is S equal R bracket 1 plus I bracket power of N minus 1 over I bracket. For your information, S is future value, R is periodic payment, I is interest rate, and N is number of interest period. Then present value is sum that must be invested at the beginning of an investment period to guarantee a desired payment in the future. Formula of present value is A equal R bracket 1 minus bracket 1 plus I bracket power of negative N over I bracket. And for your information, all the terms that we use in present value is the same with the future value, except A for present value of annuity at end of interest period.
Example question 1. Ahmad purchased a retirement plan for 500,000 that pays monthly compounded interest of 2.78%. What is the monthly pension he could receive if he retires at age 55 and seeks to draw from the retirement fund until he is 85 years old?
For solution, first we need to find I equal K over M. K is 0.0278 over M, which is 12. Then N equal MT equal 12, which monthly bracket 85 minus 35 bracket equal 12 bracket 30. Then we get 360. For this question, we use present formula, which is A equal R bracket 1 minus bracket 1 plus I bracket power of negative N over I bracket. A 500,000 equal R bracket 1 minus open bracket 1 plus 0.0278 over 12 close bracket power of negative 360 over 0.027 over 12 close bracket. Then R equal 500,000 bracket 0.0278 over 12 close bracket 1 minus bracket 1 plus 0.0278 over 12 bracket power of negative 360. Then we get the answer Rm 2049.16 cents.
For the question 2, part B, they said, Nurul Ain is interested in purchasing an Rm 500,000 semi-detached property. She pays a 10% down payment and the balance is financed at a bank with a 5% compounded monthly interest. She has 30 years to repay the loan through monthly payments. The first question is calculate the monthly payment of the loan. For this question, we need to find actual amount of loan. Nurul Ain paid 10% down payment, so the new amount of loan is 0.9 multiplied with Rm 500,000. We will get Rm 450,000. To find R, K is over M. K is 5%, so it will be 0.05, and M is compounded monthly, so it will be 12. To find N, M multiplied with T, so 12 times 30 will be 360. In this question, we must use present value formula. So we put all the information that had been listed into the formula. Rm 450,000 equals to R bracket 1 minus bracket 1 plus 0.05 over 12, power with negative 360 over 0.05 over 12 close bracket. After that, we move bracket beside R into the left side. So R equals to Rm 450,000 multiplied with 0.05 over 12 over 1 minus bracket 1 plus 0.05 over 12 power with negative 360. So R will be Rm 2,450 ringgit 70 cents. For question B, find the total interest charge. For this question, we must find total compounded interest first. Rm 2,450 ringgit 70 cents multiplied with 360. So it will be Rm 869,652 ringgit. After that, the total amount minus with Rm 450,000, we will get the answer Rm 419,652 ringgit. Question C. If Nurul Ain failed to pay the first 3 monthly payment, calculate the amount she had to pay on the fourth payment in order to settle the outstanding area. We know the R is Rm2,450.70. I is 0.05 over 12 and is on fourth payment, so it will be 4. In this question, we must use future value formula. We put all information in the formula. Rm2,450.70, open bracket, then bracket 1 plus 0.05 over 12 bracket, power with 4 minus 1 and over 12, close the bracket. So the answer will be Rm9,722.36. Last question is D. Immediately after paying the 240 time payment, Nurul Ain decide to settle the balance of the loan. Find the amount to be paid. To answer this, we need to know how much the balance of payment left. So 360 minus 240, we will get 120 left more. N will be 120. R is Rm2,450.70. I is 0.05 over 12. We put all on the formula. So A equal to R, open bracket, 1 minus bracket, 1 plus 0.05 over 12, bracket with power negative 120 over 0.05 over 12, and close bracket. Finally, we will get the answer Rm227,755.46.